You ever just have one of those moments where you're just nodding along in a conversation? You know what I mean? It's almost like pretending you know what's being said, what's going on, while on the other hand, you know that your brain is just ticking over, blank screen, nothing happening. Like, you know what I mean? Like pure white noise. It's white noise, brown noise. You're hearing nothing. You're hearing them speak, but nothing is going in. Someone asks you, what do you think? And you're like, yeah. You pull out an absolute classic. It's crazy, right? I I do that more often than I'd like to admit. Honestly. It's I don't know, it feels like we hit our 30s and a switch is supposed to flip. We're meant to know things, how to negotiate a salary. Still don't know. How to have a 5-year plan. How to be that guy that can handle his own stuff. I don't think I'm that person yet. I think we built this whole entire identity around being capable, reliable, the guy who has it all together. Our career looks good on LinkedIn, right? We project this quiet confidence. I try to do that. But, in the background, it's not quiet confidence. You project, don't worry, I got this. I got this under control. But behind the scenes, it's a complete different story, right? It's it's less about quiet confidence, more frantic. I think frantically hoping no one asks for a hand with heavy things because you might not be able to do it. It feels like one wrong move and I know it feels like one wrong move and I don't know what I'm saying. I guess it's one wrong move and you're scared that from that move people realize you're just making it up as you go along. Yeah, one wrong move away from realizing people will find you out, I guess. I had to face that head on a couple months ago, I think. Um, Let me tell you a story. I like the idea of DIY. I really like it. But doing it's always a different type of story for me. So I had this idea to revamp my home office, right? Now, the office is something that I wanted to look nice. Nothing special, but I had a vision in mind. But a lot of what I wanted to do needed two hands, two working hands, right? Let me explain. Maybe not explain, but if you don't know me, I have a relatively weak left hand, um, and I walk with a bit of a limp, right? Now, that's not normally an issue. I tend to find things, I tend to do things or find out ways of doing other things, find out ways of doing things so it doesn't stress me out with this hand and leg and make it work for me, right? But sometimes it takes me longer than others to do it, right? Um, Others with quote unquote two working hands. And I don't know, I think functionally it just a bit tricky at times. I get very frustrated, especially when I can't figure it out. I can't figure out how to do something. I can't figure out how to do it my way, a different way. This time, I think I stood in my office for an hour or two, contemplating about life and probably realizing that I need help. I can't do this. This cold, heavy feeling just, I don't know, washed over me. I know there's the internal monologue that was going on that time. You can't do it. You're supposed to be the guy who can figure these things out. And I have been this guy. DIY in general is tough for me. I spend longer than I should. But it's a realization that I need help with this. You're going to mm, you're gonna ask for help. You're gonna need to ask for help. You're going to have to, or you can't do this alone, right? I know this felt like a massive failure on my part, and I'll tell you why shortly. But I did get help. My partner saved the day. I think I was frustrated, moody, irritated, all in one. Not much fun to be around, to be honest. But she likes DIY, and she didn't make a big deal about it. And just got on with it. She helped me, and I'm really thankful for that. Honestly, I wouldn't have been able to do this without her. But in that moment, the whole weekend changed. I think what I had imagined as this lonely, stressful, anxious-ridden project that I wanted to do, which I've been putting off for months because I just couldn't do it. And it's not just this project, right? It's not just this particular office. It's a lot of DIY things I need extra help with, and I don't ask. I put it off for months and months until I get really frustrated. Similar with this one. But this became something that I enjoyed, something else. Yeah, I put some music on, put cricket, true crime podcast on, and we both got frustrated with each other, with the project. Uh, we laughed at times, and we spent hours in this office together. Hours, days, multiple days. But I think when we finished, I looked at the office, at this thing that had been a source of so much anxiety and so much of pressure on myself. And I kind of realized something, right? We put so much time and effort into putting pressure on ourselves to be the hero, the lone hero, the self sufficient person that will get everything done himself, myself. But the real strength isn't refusing to ask for help, it's knowing when you need that help, when you need it, and having the courage to make that call. It takes me a while to make that call, but every time I do, it ends up better than when I did it alone. I mean, that armor of I got this doesn't just keep you from looking weak, it keeps you from experiencing strength that comes from letting people in. And honestly, I've been guilty of that. not letting people in. So here's my challenge to you and to myself, right? Let's stop trying to do it all alone. Find one thing this week that you've been struggling with by yourself and find the courage to ask for a hand. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be something small. Drop a comment below, right? And finish a sentence for me. This week I'm going to ask for help with question mark. Let's I think let's normalize it. Let's make it a sign of strength, not weakness. Because the truth is the things we build together are more satisfying, always stronger than the ones we try to do alone and the ones we try to build alone. All right. I don't know if I made sense, but hopefully I did. Talk soon. You got this. And even if you don't, we got you.